What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and I welcome you, the sports fan, to the basement. If it's your first time here, I'm letting you know the mentality in here is a basement mentality. That means we are fighters, fighting from the bottom up. This channel is in the basement, fighting from the ground up. My teams generally are in the basement. I'm a New Yorker, New York fan. Rangers, Mets, Jets, Knicks. Fan of all those teams, but I am a diehard sports fan. So this channel is for you, the fan, just like I'm a fan. I am not a professional, nor do I claim to be one. Okay? Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notice so you know when I'm talking. All right? So let's get into this tonight, guys. Obviously, you all see I am a New York Ranger fan. Us New Yorkers are obnoxious, and yes, we are pissed that we lost. But we don't give reasons. When we lose, we own it. We own it when we lose, okay? We lost. This is not what this is about. We have the Stanley Cup finals going on. I just finished watching game one, and I got to tell you, the two best teams in the entire National Hockey League are facing off. We don't always get that in any sport. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche are the two greatest teams in the sport. They are matching up in the finals, and boy, did we have a great game tonight. What a game. But first, the matchups, period. Obviously, Tampa Bay is going for the three-peat, right? Historically, they have three cups in 04, 20, and 21. Now they're going for three. They walk into here at 12-5 in the playoffs, and the Avalanche walk in here at 12-2 with their championships in 96 and 01. So the Lightning, personally, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I think the Lightning had a rougher road getting here than the Avalanche did. The Lightning faced the Toronto Maple Leafs. They were down 3-2. The Maple Leafs, for some reason, they've had the team lately to do it. They've had the money, the players. They even had home ice advantage. But somehow they just didn't do it. They had the Lightning on the ropes, and they couldn't put them out. They lost in 7. Then the Lightning faced the Florida Panthers, a President's Trophy winner. They swept them like they were nobody's business, man. They swept them with no problem. No problem. Then they faced the Rangers. Oh. Down 2-0 in the series, down 2-0 in game 3. They took over. They got desperate, and they went in full force. And the Rangers, young team, just couldn't handle the pressure. They couldn't handle the relentless onslaught that the Lightning brought, and they won the next 4 games. We're not here to talk about the Rangers, but oh, that hurts my heart. But we were there, we lost. Period. Okay? The Avalanche, who did they face? The Predators? The Predators are your stereotypical 8-seed team. I mean, they wiped them off the board like they weren't even there. That was like a warm-up. Their only really true test was the St. Louis Blues, who was just recently won a cup themselves. They took them 6 games. All right? That was a pretty good series. All right? That was a good test for the Avalanche, and they won it. They won it. And then they faced Edmonton, and they just swept them too. So, and Edmonton somehow beat Calgary. Like, who saw that coming? Especially with Mike Smith in goal. You Lightning fans know all about Mike Smith, right? You had Mike Smith was your starter, and I think Niittymaki at the time was a backup. Niittymaki? And Dan Ellis. Yes, I know a little bit about the Lightning. Anyway, and that was back in 09, 10, 11, somewhere around there. Anyway, Mike Smith has bounced around the league, and they swept them out. So now we got the 2 top teams facing off. All right? Stamkos Kucherov, Nathan McKinnon, who scored 13 points out of the last 15 games, and Cale Makar. This kid is a beast on defense. Makar, he's got 22 points in 14 playoff games. 22 and 14. You know how significant that is? No, I was going to say no one. That's wrong. We also make mistakes here in the basement, so please correct me if you ever catch me on one, because I don't edit anything. I'm just a fan. Anyway, Makar, only 11 defensemen before him since 1967, has gotten more points in that short of time. The record's 37 by Paul Coffey with the tremendous Oilers that had Mark Messier, Wayne Gretzky, and Yari Curry, and Grant Fuhr, and so on. Anyway, we're matching up with these incredible teams. 2 incredible teams, right? So we come out starting. What happens? Boom! 2-0 right away. Colorado, 2-0. Onslaught, relentless, Vasilevsky. And that's the other thing, the goalie matchup. Vasilevsky, he comes in here 9-4. 1.88 goals against average, and a 925 save percentage. He is the greatest goalie in the game recently. He's the most winningest goalie the past 5 seasons. Past 5 seasons, most winningest goalie, and he's got the hardware to prove it. Back-to-back champions. Yes, I'm an Igor Shesterkin fan. That kid is on his way. He's statistically the greatest goalie this season and will win the Vezina Trophy, but Vasilevsky is the greatest goalie in the game right now. And that's a Ranger fan saying that. Yes, Tampa fans, I said it. So, Kemper has been the Achilles heel for Colorado. Kemper is makes Colorado's offense like an NFL offense that has to score every time because you know your defense sucks. Kemper doesn't suck. He's average. He's an average goalie. You watch Colorado's trip here to the finals, they've had to win a lot of games. They gave up a lot of goals, but they scored more than the other team. So that's really what it did. And Kemper came in here, I think it's 6-2, 2.65 goals against average. He had like an 890 save percentage. So the goalies, man, is just mismatched right off the bat. But Colorado's relentless, swarming onslaught of an offense is what keeps them going. They're fast, they're elusive, they are there at every moment, and they know when to drop back and help their weak link, which is the goalie. And you Colorado fans, every time a shot went on, even the announcers said it. You all take a deep sigh, like, oh, don't let it happen. Don't give up a goal. Please let Tampa Bay take no shots. So anyway, you guys went up 2-0. Right? And then Nick Paul, man, you Lightning fans must love Nick Paul, man. Nick Paul comes down. He scored the 2 biggest goals for you guys in Game 7 against Toronto. And then he scored the momentum-changing goal, which I felt in Game 3 against the Rangers when you guys were down 2-0 and 2-0 in the series. He scored. That changed the whole momentum for the Lightning in that series, and they never looked back. And then he scores this one to make it 2-1. Yeah, Colorado scored again to make it 3-1, but Nick Paul brought that in. All right? Colorado has a nice lead, and now we're back to the weak link. Kemper. 2 goals in 48 seconds. 2 goals in 48 seconds. Andre Palat and Sergachev. Who the hell is Sergachev, man? The Rangers lost one of those games 2-1, and both goals were scored by Sergachev, a team that holds Stamkos and Kucherov. And this is the guy that scores. But anyway, Sergachev showed up again and scored another goal. Incredible. So now we're at 3-3. Lightning got to win this game, right? We all know it because now it's going to come down to these goalies. So we know they're going to win. Everybody knows they're going to win. Maroon had that delay of game thing, hit the puck up into the stands. Okay, so be it. So they came out in the third period. That was the end of the third period. So they came out in overtime. And Colorado, knowing their weak links, the goalie, onslaught, campsite in Tampa's end. Set up the camp, set up the stakes, bring out the s'mores, bring the cooler. Who's got the beers? Who's got the dogs? Who's got the burgers? Because we're setting a full campfire up here, man, because we're going to take shot after shot until we freaking score. And that's what happened. Sergachev made a horrendous pass, man, and got intercepted. Hedman tried to clear it. It bounced off a player, came back again, and then the Colorado scored. Colorado wins the game because they know. One thing that Colorado does is they know their weak link is the goalie. I know I'm harping on this, but this is a problem. They have to be relentless. They have to be swarming. They have to. Tampa, though, is not out of this, guys. Tampa's not out of this. Tampa's faced a lot tougher goalies than Kemper in this entire playoffs. And they just came off facing Igor, man. I mean, they beat the Rangers, but the last 3 games were only by 1 goal. They had a hard time against Igor, man. Kemper's going to prove to be a little bit easier than Igor Shesterkin, man. So, Colorado, you won Game 1. Congratulations to you fans that are really into this, and I'm happy for you. Tampa is no joke. Take it from me. I just watched it. Tampa's no joke. They know your goalie's weak. You're all going to have to protect them. They're going to come back. They're going to come strong. All right? Thank you for stopping by. This is my review of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, where this will be going Game 7. I will call Tampa in 7 games. Tampa is going to win this series in 7 games. 7 games. That's all due respect to Colorado and their offense and their amazing offense. Okay? But in the end, it's the goalie that's going to win. It's the goalie that wins out in the end. Vasilevsky's going to be the guy. Tampa's going to be the one. They're going to three-peat. And the three-peat hasn't happened since the Lakers did it in 2000. Of any team, the Lakers were the last one to three-peat, and that was 2000 to 2002 with Kobe and Shaq. Before that was the Yankees, 98, 99, and 2000. They beat the Padres, Braves, and Mets in the Subway Series. In hockey, it hasn't happened since the Islanders. Hasn't happened since the Islanders in the 80s. So Tampa can become the fourth team in the hockey history. The fourth. Behind the Leafs, the Canadiens, the Islanders. They could do it. Tampa could be the three-peat. Lost my track there. So anyway, this is Johnny Basement. You're in the basement. I love you. Thank you for stopping by and supporting this channel. Please, again, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notice. I'm a Ranger fan. I have no dog in this fight. Tampa in 7. I'm out.